Welcome. It is TNFS Podcast, Season 5, Episode 5. We are halfway through the year as it works with the fifth incarnation of it. Oh, I'm on the wrong mic. That's why. But yeah, welcome. Alright, since the fact that Boston happened, we didn't really secure a guest, but you still got your famous duo of TNF, Ty and Faye. Welcome back, Faye.
Hey, friends!
Alright. So let's see. Gonna do a quick intro and everything, but what have you been up to either this week or this past month since we last talked?
Rearranging all of my shit because the ADHD demands it.
Okay. Wait, just do you do this so I feel like you do this a bit, right? I feel like every couple months it's like a reshift everything.
Yeah, so one of the things, like I have ADHD, and one of the things that really trips me up is like if I'm in a situation or in a space that is the same for too long, I kind of start to feel like closed in on, and it just feels a little bit cagey. So every so often I just rearrange the space and it feels like an entirely brand new place. And also I end up finding a bunch of stuff that I thought was lost, because there's this thing with ADHD that if something's in a spot for too long, your brain literally starts to just filter it out. So it'll be sitting right in front of you and you can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I move
Is that
things
why
around,
we have so many forks again? I saw all the forks downstairs. You found all the forks. Wait, you have to tell me what happened to those forks.
Yes, they were all on my desk on the corner waiting to be brought down, and my brain just didn't register them until I went to move things, and then I was like, oh wait, there are forks here.
There you go. All right. Well, I assume it feels better at least, right? New space, refresh.
So much better.
Nice.
I also have a new AC unit, so it's like cooler in here. I don't feel like I'm melting every time I'm at my computer now.
Yeah, that's
which
good.
is also very nice.
And you can keep it on so it's not as loud, right?
I mean, it's on right now. Can you hear it?
No, can't hear it.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, because my old AC I couldn't run while I was live. You wouldn't be able to hear me.
Gotcha.
So.
And how's the room? I feel the room's still the same, but you kind of get in your bedroom cozy too?
That's very much still a work in progress, but yeah, I'm cozying it up. It's got string lights and ivy going around the top. I'm working on fake ivy, obviously. And I'm working on getting some fake ivy to like hang down so it looks kind of like it's crawling down the walls a bit.
Nice.
It's gonna be very overgrown feeling, and I like it. Nice, and I don't have to use the big overhead light anymore because the string lights are really bright. No more overhead lights.
There you go. And how are the plant babies faring?
Some of them are doing good. No, well, so some of them are doing really good. Some of them, when I was repotting them, the roots had gotten I don't remember what it's called. When you leave a plant in a pot that's too small for it for too long, the roots start to like tangle around themselves and turn into like this knot. And I was trying to like loosen them up, but some of them I wasn't really able to undo the root ball without breaking them. And so the ones that had that happen are it kind of seems like they're strangling themselves a little bit. So they're not doing so hot.
Yeah, interesting.
I didn't do it wrong. I bought them and they were already like that. And I was trying to save them by putting them into a bigger plant or a bigger pot. But it just, this is what happens when you buy grocery store plants.
Grocery store plants.
I tried to save them, but there's only so much I can do. I'm not a miracle worker.
Yes, indeed. All right. So, what about for me? So, I had my the random trip, the pack up and go trip. I left Faye for at least a couple of days. Went to Boston. So So yeah, first topic is the trip. So what happened on the trip and everything going on. Doug says cactus and succulents. That's all that gets to live in this house.
Succulents. Doug,
Oh, yeah.
these are succulents. That's what I also prefer because I like cats, and most plants that aren't succulents are toxic to cats. So those are the plants I go to is the succulents. But yeah, my crystal sakura is doing great. My string of hearts, someone broke its heart. It's not my fault. I tried. I can only do so much.
All right. So, all right, Boston trip. So it's interesting. Planned. All dinners were planned out, so I had places to go for dinner. My tattoo artist lived in Boston, so I was able to get a tattoo. It's kind of hard to see because I'm tiny now, but if I can figure the angle again that I showed it last time. There you go, right there. So it fills up that one space because someone was telling me you need a tattoo that goes right here.
I make no apologies
to that person that way.
I make no apologies. This man had a circular blank spot on his arm right here. Yes, I'm gonna say something. It was begging for ink.
Yes, there you go.
Chat, tell him it looks so much better. It looks finished now.
Yeah, it looks finished. Yeah, I mean, it looks filler. I'm not gonna do anything probably down here because that's too much effort. But anything visible from the arm, kind of I'm trying to like tilt it in a way I could see, but it's pretty full. But yeah, so that was another thing. They did plan me for a city pass, so if you get a city pass, it's kind of like a discounted. You can go to do these 4 attractions. And I only picked about 3. I ran out like the last day I was going to go to one more. But I was done. I was going to just drive home. It was rainy, foggy. But I went to the aquarium, New England Aquarium in Boston. Went to visit Boston, which is I guess their version of Empire State Building, or not as high, but 52 stories up. They'd probably be like, nope, 52 stories up is still pretty high. So I was like, but
nah, I'm good, fam. I'll stay home.
Yeah. And then I went over to the Museum of Fine Arts. So that was cool to be in a museum too. But yeah, so some of the food highlights was the I guess the lobster roll. So I had a lobster roll the first night. I guess I'm being in Boston. They sat me next to the piano man. So the piano was playing all the songs. I was listening to them, so it was pretty cool. Some of the one activity that was planned was the chocolate tour, and I guess Mom would appreciate this chocolate tour. But it literally was you went from like I guess bakery to different places, getting like chocolate and bonbons. The bonbons were amazing. Chocolate donuts were like, I guess they did something to the cocoa powder where they didn't really need to. They were really black, and the donut was pretty good too. Yeah, but yeah, then walking to different places, and then there's another one where we went over to, I guess, one place where they made chocolates of various types, and it was a smaller market. And also going through the South End, which is not really a very touristy spot, but like neighborhoods, the cobblestone. I did learn about, I don't know if Faye knows this, maybe I know this or not, some of the old buildings in Boston. There's a little I guess place to where coal would go down to the basement, and each stoop has this thing still kind of there. But since most houses now, they have the garden level apartment, which is like the little door that's underneath the stairs that goes underneath the bottom house for more living space. So probably coal is not a fuel many people use anymore. Probably not for any heating purposes. But yeah, those were in the base of the stoops. So some history, and part of Boston, even Back Bay, which is another area of Boston where it was actually a bay, but they filled it up to create more living space and people to have houses there. So Boston is very hilly, I realize. It's a lot hillier than where we are, Faye. Because I feel like we're also, if you are flat, but like you driving out far enough, there is a hill, but you know, if you were to walk into town or around
How
the
does
city,
it compare to San Francisco?
I don't know. I don't think we're that much. San Francisco's way more. It's kind of like in between.
Like the scale is Colorado to San Francisco.
Yeah. Oh, I did see randomly, I didn't get a chance to take a picture, wild turkeys in Boston. Just roaming around.
And you
yes.
didn't take a picture?
I was in the middle of driving.
Betrayal. Your car has cameras on it. I bet we could pull the footage.
I don't know. But yeah. So the aquarium was okay. I mean, the aquarium wasn't as big as I expected it to be, but you know, it was nice to walk around and see all the different types of fish. There was like penguin exhibit, you would appreciate it. All the tiny little penguins everywhere. And the older penguins, the younger penguins. So yeah. And then like I think I walked across the 2 seals as the seals were getting fed. So they're making noises and catching their food in their mouths. So that was fun there too. And then what else is there? I think it was just the museum. The Fine Arts Museum was nice too, like different exhibits. I think I sent a picture of Faye again. She was like, those 2 dresses were amazing. And I was like, I knew you would appreciate that. So send the picture to Faye. But yeah, you know, like it was a lot of walking. I think I told Faye, and I was because she was streaming that night, I walked over like 20,000 steps that one day. And then I was like, Faye would probably be wrecked if she had to walk all over town. And I was pretty tired too, got back too. So yeah. But yeah, I think it was a good trip. I have a couple more trips planned, so Faye's gonna be like without Ty again for next weekend and the last 2 weekends in June. 2 weeks in June. I think Faye's gonna be like, are you gonna get barbecued that last week probably and just have enough barbecue to eat?
I'm high key considering it.
So guys, there's a barbecue place we found nearby that the guy studied in Texas, and for Faye is very authentic, chef's kiss, 11 out of 10 probably on the scale, and
it's real good, guys. Yeah. It's real good.
Yeah, so we found
and I'm a picky bitch.
And then yeah, definitely somebody's will see Faye probably venturing out for, so what, you could buy like a 75 worth of barbecue, will last you maybe a week? I don't know.
Yeah, they have this like combo thing. It's supposed to be for a small family, like a 4 people. It's like $75. But I was reading over all the stuff that they put in there. I'm like, yeah, that would probably last me for a week. Like, I don't eat all that often.
No, there you go. That's high praise. Yes, definitely from Faye, for sure. All right. So, in coming up with topics today, it's kind of like, usually draw on the guest. Listen, we don't have a guest. I had to look at Faye and what say Faye was.
Oh no.
Faye's expert in her interests are, and we decided to go to. I decided to go to Faye's Craft Corner, what she's making, and current craft trends for 2026.
Don't think he'd learn that I'm a boring person to focus on, but here we go again.
There we go again. All right. So some of the current trends, I don't know, maybe you can comment on them or explain the fascination. I have no knowledge of this. But
it depends on which ones we're going over. Lay it on me.
All right. Cozy grandmacore aesthetic.
Okay.
So is that taking over, or like dollies coming back? Lace.
Oh, I don't think doilies are not necessarily coming back. I don't think doilies are ever going to come back. Really, like they've had like a little bleep kind of happen, like just a little bit of a bump, but I don't think they're ever going to come back like they used to be, because they used to actually have a purpose, and we just don't use things like that anymore.
So like tea kettles, right?
They were used to protect, like you could put them over a cup to keep bugs out of them. You would put them on like the backs of chairs and things, so that like where people's shoulders rub, you wouldn't like rough up the fabric.
Right, for the reset. I forgot to make that.
They were useful things.
Hold on, no, he's
getting attacked. But yeah, doilies were originally a useful thing first, and then like the fact that like that they could be made in a pretty way was a secondary bonus, right?
Yeah.
There's a few people who do like the doilies, but purely as an aesthetic thing. But because they're not really useful, they're never going to have that same level of resurgence. However, on the grandmacore thing, crochet is having a moment. It is. I've never in my entire life, like I learned to crochet when I was 12 years old. And I've been doing yarn craft ever since. I have never seen crochet this popular. Like I remember when I was like 19 walking into a yarn store, and when the lady who was running the store learned that I intended to make something like with crochet.
Thank you for the 5 subs, Pseudo. You owned us. Thank you.
That's what he owes you from last night.
Yeah, from last night. Yeah.
But when she learned I was intending to use the yarn to crochet, she started getting like real shitty with me. Instantly stopped being helpful. Was making snide remarks, and now everybody is crocheting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like I see way more people crocheting than I even see knitters anymore.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is this because
of the theory on why?
Okay, I was going to ask you.
What were you going to ask?
I was going to ask you the fury.
So I think it's because people are becoming. I'm actually going to blame AI a little bit for this.
Okay.
So people are becoming more aware of like what technology can do because of all of the backlash that's been happening with AI. But that has also started having people look at other technologies. People are now becoming aware that like knitting machines are a thing. But crochet, there's no crochet machine. Anything, if you go to a store and there's like a bag made out of crochet, or like maybe part of a dress that has crochet on it, all of that is made by hand. It cannot be duplicated by a machine. And I think right now people are really valuing what's being created by people. And since a machine can't knit, it's made crochet a lot more appealing. It's also got a lower barrier to entry. Like crochet is easier for someone who's maybe not as dexterous to pick up and start learning. So you add those together.
Pseudo Faye changed the angle. She's facing the other way now.
Yeah, I rearranged my office, guys. This is the new angle. I mean, I'm gonna make the background prettier at some point, but I've switched things up. I feel much better now. Even with this not being as like fully decorated, I just feel like it looks better behind me as well than it used to. But I also don't feel so cramped in my space anymore.
Again. That light for the witch light thingy. The neon light. Can I get you that one time on your phone? You're drawing a blank on what it was?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
It was
I don't understand what you're saying.
A neon light that you had.
Oh, yeah. It broke during the course of the move.
Oh, never mind.
It didn't survive the trailer, and so I had to throw it away.
Oh, dang. Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I love that light. I did try to bring it, but it didn't survive.
Gotcha.
All of the hills and the mountains and the potholes. I was trying to move to Pennsylvania. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was practically snapped in two. So I.
Oh, dang. Okay. All right. So what about? So that's grandmacore, cozy grandmacore. So what about slow crafting revival? So we're talking about embroidery, needlepoint, weaving, sewing deliberate, meditative projects. What do you think of that?
Well, like I said, crochet is definitely having a moment.
Yeah.
See, I'm in some really, really niche corners of crafting spaces, so it's hard for me sometimes to tell what's an actual trend and what's just my very eclectic feed.
Well, we were here for your eclectic feed, so go ahead.
I am seeing more people trying to learn how to hand sew.
Okay.
Not anything crazy. People aren't trying to learn to make like full like shirts and dresses and things like that, even though you totally can. But I am seeing people trying to like make like makeup bags or pencil cases, and doing that by hand a little bit more.
Okay.
Not really seeing anything on the weaving. Oh my god, what is it called? Felting, when people like you'll have like wool and then like a mat, and you like use needles to felt the wool into an image, or sometimes people can make it into 3D objects. That I'm seeing a bit more of. I'm seeing a lot of journaling, like with an actual like pen and paper instead, because like 6 years ago everybody was doing digital journaling and digital planning, and I'm seeing a lot more like people buying paper planners and decorating them, and people having actual journals, scrapbooking, junk journaling, things like that. People are really craving that like tactile feel.
Doug's saying scrapbooking is huge in his house. Also, thank you for the hype train.
There
Appreciate
you go.
it. My first hype train in a long time. I appreciate it.
Guys, my hair looks lighter on the side and the top because I need to dye it again, okay?
Yeah.
This is my natural hair color growing out. This is me dyeing my hair black, okay? That's what you're seeing, but that's been growing. This is like 4 months of growth.
It's probably more evident because you have like something behind your head now. That's why it's like probably bringing out more the chair.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. But also Monster's possibly the lighting. So who knows? All right. Yeah, down there's a new chair. That's true.
There is a new chair. I have an actual back to my chair again, guys.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not sure. I don't know. What is tufting? Or tufting. It says like custom rugs and tough wall hangings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I wouldn't say that this is like a trend of people making. Like, you're not getting a ton of people getting the tools to make this. But there are a lot more people who are buying it. So people who have been making this are like getting more exposure. So yeah, it's basically it's a type of rug making, but people aren't just making like a solid color rug. They've got like a type of really sturdy fabric that they have to like they're stretching out like along like a wall, like not on the wall, but like a couple inches away. Then they'll like project an image onto it, mark out where the image is, and then they're basically using yarns of like thick yarns to create like loops going through, and then it like fills in kind of like coloring in a coloring book, but except for at the end you're gonna get a rug, and you have to like there's like a special type of glue you have to put on the back to keep the yarns from falling back out. Not latch hook. No, this is like they have like a gun type thing that they have to use because everything is so tough and also so taut. But they're like specialty rugs. Like people like they're technically rugs. The way they're made is how you would make rugs, but like these things are works of art. People are hanging them on their walls like it's like a tapestry. They're beautiful. I will find some images of some of the ones that I'm thinking of. I will send them to you, Ty.
Sure.
Give me a second. I might be able to find some right now.
I will put them somewhere in this video for people who are watching. I'm gonna replay. But as you're looking for that, let's talk about, is upcycling becoming a more of a trend? Like from trash to treasure? Are people doing more upcycling now than they were before?
I think yes and no. There are a lot more people thrifting in general. So you're seeing a lot more people talk about like their thrifting finds, and a lot of times when you find something thrifted, you're going to have to do some level of DIY to make it match your aesthetic and like in your home. Some people do way more with it than others.
Right.
One second, I think I found. Oh, this is just an Etsy store that has like a whole selection of custom tufted rugs. Where do you want me to send this to? You know what? I'm just going to put the link into chat.
Okay.
And then you can show them on screen if you'd like as well. But if anybody wants to save to look later, this is just an example. I'm not being sponsored by the Etsy place. I don't know anything about the quality of their work, but the look is what is having its moment right now. The artistry behind it. It's a lot of nerdy stuff.
Right. Second. Nope.
Thrift stores are getting expensive. Thrift stores are getting expensive. It's because a lot of like mom and pop thrift stores are being forced out of business. So you're only getting the corporate thrift stores, and they're raising the prices because people are willing to pay the prices.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm putting a picture on the video or the thing. So explain it.
Explain the rugs or the thrift store?
I know the
let me see which one you're showing real quick. Because I wasn't looking at the stream at the moment. Sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared. Oh my god. Right, so this one, I think that's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. That's Venom,
So yeah, like this would have started off as like a cream fabric, and then they would have had a tufting gun that they would have put the yarns of like one color in, and they would mark out, they would like have a projector project onto the white fabric where all the lines are, and they would mark out where the colors and stuff go, and then they would go through with like the black first, then they'd go through and put all the blues in, and they'd go through and put all the whites in, and slowly fill it in, similar to filling up like a coloring book. And then at the end, they like trim everything down so that it's all going to be the same length on the front. They'll sometimes also trim where two colors meet, so it kind of creates a curve like this, so that the colors don't mesh into each other. It gives the colors a cleaner look, especially on the outline of like the skull and Venom and things like that. And it just makes it really clean, but it's an artistry thing. Like this person did that by hand. That is a handmade rug.
Oh, okay.
And so like that one's pretty big. Someone might use that as like a rug, but that also is about the size of a giant poster. Someone might just hang that on their wall because it's cool as fuck and it's clean. And so like this is having more of a moment. I'm noticing people aren't really going for posters. They're going for things that are more sturdy. So I'm seeing like there is like metal posters that are kind of popular, but if you're not going the metal route for the longevity, you're getting things like this.
Okay, interesting. All right, now we're back to thrift stores and upcycling. We kind of reverted. Anything? Is it not as you think it's not as popular now, or is people still trying to do it?
I didn't say thrifting was not popular. I said the exact opposite of that. It's very popular. That's why the prices are going up. Because when I say it's popular, I don't just mean people who don't have a lot of money are thrifting. What I mean is that people who have money to buy new are still thrifting.
Yeah, I see that.
And because they're still thrifting, people who have these like big like corporate thrift stores, think like Goodwill's the most obvious one, but there are other corporate thrift stores. Those stores are raising the prices. They're raising the prices because people who have more money are thrifting now, because now it's trendy to thrift.
Okay.
because there's a lot of a movement going on about like sustainable clothing and getting out of fast fashion. I know Shein just got caught right now having like, I don't know, I want to say it was like 10 or 15 times more arsenic in the clothing than what's legally allowed. So
okay.
yeah, it's so like people are trying to be much more conscientious about the clothes. Like this also goes back to like why crafting in general is becoming more popular, and like why crochet. Like people are valuing the work of other people and trying to take more care, and you know that means that you're going to get more thrifting, and because corporations are going to do what corporations do, they're raising the money because they want profits, and they're going to squeeze every penny. They don't mind losing the people who were poor and were thrifting because they had to, when they can get twice as much money from the people who are just doing it because it's a trend.
Correct. Makes sense. That makes sense. All right. What about mixed media projects? So like combining paper, fabric, paint, clay, and stitching into single pieces. Have you seen anything about that, or not really?
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I mean, maybe if you showed me an example, maybe I'm just not picturing what you're talking about, right? But like the closest thing I could see to doing mixed media would be like the people who do like junk journaling or scrapbooking, where they're using like stickers and cutouts from magazines, but they're also using watercolor and they're using paint. So like maybe that, but I'm not seeing a whole bunch of that really.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen much there. I mean, some examples, I guess, just using different like maybe possibly buttons or different colors to form art. I don't know if that's gonna be or just like, you're right, maybe like using like a canvas and putting paint and then adding like book pages, pattern paper or magazine clippings to get more dimension. But yeah, I don't think I've seen many of that either, so maybe it's not as popular. Or like you said, the art journals, like putting whatever like layered tissue paper, junk mail, thrifted book, I guess anything that like, you can put together and combine and call art. So probably it's not as popular as we think it is. All right, what about you think?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm like I'm filtering through like every single place that I see people doing art stuff. I'm just not seeing a bunch of mixed media happening. People are kind of valuing like learning. There's a lot of learning happening right now, and that's like they're like learning basics and starting in their craft journeys. And when you start getting into mixed media, you tend to like, I already know how to work with this and I already know how to work with this. What happens if I mix it together? Where people are still learning their first one right now. They haven't even picked up a second one yet. So they're not like, where the crafting trends are that I'm seeing, there's not really people who have enough expertise in multiple things to begin experimenting with putting them together.
Okay.
And if there are people doing that, they're so beginner that they don't have the confidence to be posting it.
Gotcha. Probably, yeah.
So that's the other option.
Makes sense. All right, and then the trend of, I guess, called touching grass crafts. So like, and it's probably just this very, very, how you describe it, like, makes sense, you know, like people stitching on park benches, knitting on trains, but I feel like that's normal though, right? Like people like if you're traveling or in a place where you don't have access to many things, or you're just outside sitting on a bench somewhere.
I mean, people are trying to, like I said, there's a kind of a little bit of a movement to kind of get away from our screens, to start connecting with other people if possible, get out of your house. So projects like there's a group in Philly that I really want to make the time to go down at least once and hang out with them. They do crafting in the park. So it's like
Okay.
bring your knitting or your crochet or your sketchbook or whatever, and like just like and bring a snack. And they like set out blankets, and they just sit, we all just you just sit in a circle and do your craft and talk with the other people in the park.
My sister and my mom are both part of knitting groups now. So
nice. Yeah, I used to be part of a knitting group, which was really funny because I was like the youngest person by like 30 years. We would meet every Tuesday at this little tea shop, and I would get green tea and a scone, and we would knit and chat. It was very sweet. It was very granny. It was so granny. We met on Tuesdays because that was the day that the yarn store was closed, so we couldn't sit because there was a sitting area in the yarn store. Yeah. So if I went in on any other day, I could have gone just sit and sat down and sat with whoever. But we made a specific point of meeting on Tuesdays.
There you go.
Alas, I left San Antonio and I haven't found a knitting group since.
Oh, all right. All right. So moving on to collaborative crafting. So there's some things where like paint party kits are up 329%, I guess, from like sales. Girls' Night craft searchers are up 244. So you feel a trend of craft parties coming back.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing a lot of ads for painting with a twist, I believe is the name of the store. And it's essentially just like everyone's gonna be painting the same picture for the most part. It's like guided, but there's also wine.
Yeah, I did one. I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't think it was a twist. But you know the rooster that's in the front downstairs? That was from a painting class like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
And then like I think pottery painting, like not making the pottery, but like pre-made pottery things. You just go, you pick what you want off of the shelf. There will be figurines and plates and whatever. Yeah, that is, I'm seeing a lot of girls talking about like going on dates to do that instead, right? So like she's like I've seen girls be like, I don't go for coffee for a first date, I don't go to a bar, we go do this.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean my sister loves doing tie-dye, but she always has to do that with me and my niece. So
is that where your shirt came from? With tie-dye with your sister?
No, not this particular one. No.
How are you gonna bring up? How are we doing a crafting stream and you're not wearing a shirt you tie-dyed yourself?
I could dye, but I can pull one out of that now. So I don't know.
Shame.
Don't shame. But yeah, so
tell him, chat. Shame.
Yeah. All right. Another trend. I think you kind of talked about this. Maybe you can expand. Memory preservation beyond digital. So we're talking about junk journaling, vision boards, shadow boxes. So, what is junk journaling per se? I think you mentioned it before.
Yeah, junk journaling is less. So I'm not fully sure what junk journaling is, but I have been informed that I've been doing a form of it when I do my journaling. So it's like you have a notebook, and when you open the page, before you even start writing, you're gonna put like pictures and newspaper cuttings and like magazine cuttings and maybe some paint. Maybe you age the pages, and it's like you're stylizing your journal. And the idea is like you'll have a fresh notebook that's super clean at first, but when you're done, like your thing's gonna be chunky and like, yeah, there's journaling in there and you're gonna write, but also you've put your personality into it by what things you chose to add to the notebook.
All right.
And so each one ends up being exceptionally unique, because it is completely dependent on, like, it's not just, oh, I bought this notebook off of the shelf because the cover's pretty. It's also like, I used these stamps and that ink, and I read this magazine, so I have cuttings out of that magazine. And it's like, the more you add to it, the more it's like a fingerprint in the way that it's unique. Like, you will never have two people with the same junk journal, because they don't use the same tools. They're not drawn to the same things.
Gotcha. Have you dabbled in vision boards? I don't feel like you have.
No, vision boards are not really something I'm drawn to. They're very visible.
Yes.
And due to the household that I was raised in, I learned to keep all of my thoughts and stuff pretty contained. Like journaling in general is pretty new for me. Like I started that again as adult because it wasn't safe to do that as a kid. So the idea of putting my brain on the wall, which is what a vision board is, it's supposed to be something that you look at every day to remind yourself of your goals and like keep you on track. But the idea of putting my brain and my heart, essentially, because they're your goals and your wants, onto a wall where just anyone can see, feels like I would feel very naked.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite comfortable with that yet. I'm still struggling. Like there are times I'm writing in my journal and I'm like, yeah, I'm not putting that to paper yet.
Gotcha. And the shadow boxes, I guess, for memory preservation.
Yeah, it's like a 3D scrapbooking, basically. You know what a shadow box is, right?
Yeah, because
for anybody who doesn't know, it's a picture frame that instead of being flat, you'll get like 1 to 1.5 inches of space. I've seen them as large as like 3 inches of space. A lot of times people use it for like graduation stuff. Like they'll like put like the graduation cap in there, and then they'll also have like people sign like the glass or something like that. But people are actually taking those shadow boxes and they're like taking off the back and they're creating art in that space as like I said, kind of like a 3D scrapbooking type thing. I got you a shadow box art piece for was it Christmas or your birthday?
Christmas.
One of the two.
It was Christmas.
It's like
all right. But yes, and then another one is functional crafts. I don't know if I have not come across this much. So do you have any functional crafts you've come across?
Well, this actually goes right back to what I was saying earlier. Like with the hand sewing thing, people are making things like bags for their makeup brushes or pencil cases.
Or the water bottle holder I have. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the water bottle holder is another functional craft thing. You don't have a lot. I'm not going to say you don't have a lot of things that are just for pretty, but right now people are valuing utility alongside beauty instead of it just being beauty.
Makes sense. And then I don't know if you can answer dopamine decor, like bold, neon tuft, accents, checker patterns, bringing joy back. Is that just a more far range, extreme?
So, I haven't heard people refer to it as dopamine decor, but I do like that. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about wanting to bring whimsy back into their life. So people are craving like color and a little bit of eccentricism. People are kind of feeling like the personality has been stripped out of everything, not just at the store, but in our homes. So... And I'm kind of suffering from it too. That's why I'm putting vines on my wall in my bedroom. Because it's like, I look around and I'm like, man, this doesn't feel like it's my space. This just feels like 4 walls that I happen to occupy. So you're getting a lot of, like, if you like stripes, decorate in stripes. People are like purposefully doing things that wouldn't be considered fashionable necessarily because they just like it. They're mixing colors that people generally recommend not mixing. They're painting their walls colors that you're generally encouraged to not do so. Especially people are embracing the kind of like making your home instead of keeping it resellable. So like people are moving away from having neutral colored walls and they're putting like emerald green is really popular right now. Like we used to have millennial gray. Now they're calling it millennial green because that's kind of the canon thing that's happening. All the millennials who own houses are starting to paint the walls green, which I love because it's kind of a throwback to Victorian era homes where emerald green was also popular, except for now our green doesn't have arsenic in it, so we're not going to die from it.
Right. Right.
But like the Victorians also really valued having like pattern and color and personality, and if your home was like bland and beige and things like that, you were considered kind of to be like not fashionable then. And so like that's kind of coming back where like people are like, no, like use the patterns and the colors and all of the things because you only live once.
True. Makes sense.
Also, if anybody in chat disagrees with my take on anything, I'd love to hear your version, because I'm just saying that these are the thoughts that I am seeing people talk about online. But I am not everywhere on the internet, and I would love to hear what other corners of the internet are saying about these trends.
Gotcha. All right, so we're going to kind of spin off into what your current projects are. What are you still working on right now, if you are?
So, well, like at home, we've kind of already touched on all on most of my projects. At home, I'm working on, like, in my room, I'm adding in all of the fake greenery. I'm also setting up a like an entertainment type things. Like I have a projector and a projector screen, which I've mentioned having several times, but I'm now like, I have a shelf set up that I'm going to have all of like my consoles and things like that. And I'm doing like actual cable management to make sure everything keeps looking good and not just crazy. I want to make like this little cozy oasis in my room. That's the goal. So when I'm home, I'm pretty much working on either that or like I've been rearranging in here. I'm also trying to make the office cozier and more aesthetic. I want to start actually putting effort into like my background for stream again, because it's been a while. I've been in a funk. So that's my home stuff. Y'all have seen this project. I don't have a lot of time that I'm out and about, so I don't work on it very much because I only work on it when I'm out and about, but I'm still working on this peacock shawl. I mean, it's coming along quite a ways since y'all last saw it, but
nice.
But I only work on this for the most part when I'm out and about, or I guess like sometimes when I'm like, it's the end of the night, I'm tired, I don't want to move furniture anymore. If I watch something in my room, I'll work on it.
Yeah. Did you ever finish the baby thing for barbers?
I need to put the collar on it, but low-key, I broke my knitting needle. I sat on it because I didn't remember that I had moved it onto my bed, and I sat down and the needle bent in half. So I gotta get a replacement needle for that.
Gotcha.
And so it's kind of in timeout until I can get that replaced. But I still need to do the sleeves, and I need to do the collar.
Okay, so you're almost done.
Which won't take me long. That's like maybe 2 hours of work, but you know.
You know, I came up with a design when I wanted to try crochet, and she's like, "Ty, this is too complicated for you." And she's made me just go back and forth in a straight line. But then when I gave it to Faye, she's like, "I can." Then, you know, like by the end of the night, she's like, "All right, done."
Okay, it took me. Okay, one. I would like to put it on record that I did not tell you no to you making it immediately. I let you start and you quickly got confused. And I was like, yeah, that's an advanced pattern. Let's start you with something easier.
Yes.
But I let you try. I did not say no.
You did. You let me try.
But I did tell you, like, hey, you might struggle with this. I'm going to have a backup in case.
All right.
But I let you do it. But you had a trip that you wanted to use it for, so I knocked it out for you.
Yeah, you did. Pretty fast, too. Thank you for that.
It took me like 2 days. The strap was forever long.
Oh, yeah, that was the one because we were trying to figure out how long to make it, right?
But you wanted to be able to put it over your shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
All right. Did you have any good first store finds? I know you still have that yarn you found at the first store is kind of going through a process right now.
I need to take that. Yeah, I need to take that out of the freezer. Hey, if you go thrifting and you find yarn, you need to make sure to put that stuff in the freezer. And then you need to like take it out, thaw it, let it thaw for like a week, and then put it back in the freezer for like another 2 weeks. sometimes there's bugs on yarn. You don't know what's in other people's houses. That's the process to make sure that you don't get an infestation. Anyway, that's kind of the only good find that I found, because like that's nice yarn. That was
really?
like
wow.
that was like $80 worth of yarn that I paid $5 for.
Nice. There you go.
I saw that and I was like, this is coming home. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's coming home. I mean, I've been going to some of the thrift stores, but like I've been mostly going with like pretty specific ideas in mind of what I'm looking for, and I haven't been finding what I'm looking for. Some of the thrift stores I've been to around here have some really nice stuff. Just I'm not going to buy things that I don't actively need, because it's just going to end up in a pile somewhere.
Yeah.
And somebody else might get use out of it. But they've been very organized, which is, I don't know if that's something about this area or if it's just like the last like 10 years of thrift stores. I'm used to going to thrift stores that are kind of like loosely organized. I mean, like loosely. Like you have like, okay,
yeah,
home stuff is that way and clothing is that way and shoes are that way, and that's about the extent of the organization.
Yeah.
The ones around here have been exceptionally organized. Like I went to one 2 weeks ago, and it's obviously it used to be a house. There's like a 2-story house. There were multiple rooms, and like I loved the way they set it up, because it wasn't just like what things were. It was also somewhat like there were 2 rooms that were very fancy. They were like dining wear and like fancy, like your grandmother's nice stuff, right?
Right.
But they like had them separated out, like blues and greens and silvers in one rooms, and reds and yellows and oranges and golds in another room. And they had them like out as if they would be kind of in use almost. So you could kind of see them in a setting where they might actually exist, and not just kind of haphazardly thrown onto a metal shelf.
Metal shelf somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, like if they had a bureau that they had gotten, they were using the bureau as a bureau to display other things people could buy, but you could also just buy the bureau.
True. Makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so we're going to shift out of the corner. We're going to come back to it in the lightning round, so just make sure you're still prepared for that. It's kind of like, I guess, a gaming streaming update, because it's been kind of a while, I guess, as we talked about, and stuff that we've been playing, stuff that's been streaming. To comment on some fun stuff that happened. Actually, I wasn't streaming this, but I was playing a game, Tarkov, and the physics of, I was running up the stairs, right? I get to the top of the stairs. I decide to jump to get on top of the stairs faster. You know what else is happening? I aim too far to the left, and I jump straight off the building to my death. And then, like, Doug, I was playing with Doug.
Oh, no.
And Doug had to come, we came back down. You can see my body just, like, not even falling over, just slapped down, because I broke my legs probably and died.
Good job.
But yeah. And another raid I was playing, which is not on stream, but sometimes fun stuff don't always happens on stream. Usually we get just chowed by people we don't see. I was doing it on the scab raid, which is like a loot run where you don't really worry about the loot gear you're carrying in. I get this one place, and there's a safe. You open up the safe. I'm searching the safe. There's money called rubles. There are 5 exact stacks of 1 ruble each. And they don't usually just come in one order, they come in different denominations. I'm like, this is very odd. I'm searching. And I hear a gun, kapow, and I die. It was a trap.
It's like that. I was gonna say, that sounds like a trap.
Yeah. So I was died. But then another raid, I came in very early in the morning, so it was still dark. So I was trying to make my way to the same building that the pier I was in. I go inside. I'm like, I'm just going to go upstairs, take a look. I go upstairs. And then there was so PMC is the actual person that's cured that came in. A PMC in night vision looking out the window, because there's a place where you have to go in that area to get to a new map. And then he sees me, turns around. He's like, oh no, it's like the whole like the Metal Gear Solid sound alert. Someone's like behind me, and like I looked at him, he looked at me. I shot him and I killed him. So got all his stuff and get out. So it's just like I feel like Tarkov is like random because like there's things that can happen where because you're playing PvE, which is like AI, but then you're also playing PvP, where there are actual people running around and things could happen to them too. So I mean, the only other time I think a lot of stuff seems to happen offline. That's memorable. Every time we're online, we either get chowed really fast or something happens. Like one raid where we were online playing with Cap and Doug, right? So we're like going around, but then like Cap has a thing where I need lunch, so he has to raid or he has to loot someone that has food. So he's standing in this doorway, looting food. His body is blocking the doorway, so we're like outside. We're like, Cap, come and get inside because we're in the open. We don't want to be in the open. 2 seconds later, a PMC routes the corner around us, shoots all of us because we were stuck outside, and just like mows us down. And we're like, Cap, you were just blocking the doorway the whole time. You could have been inside and be safe, but we're outside because he needed lunch. But the man is, likes his loot. But yeah, that's some things have been happening. I mean, not much for the setup updates. Faye, I gotta remind you, we have to do sometime. Put some mystery sounds on each other's streams, because I have picked out a couple of them that fit your aesthetic. That are probably similar to sound effects, so that can play random moments. And you'd be like, what is that noise? But yeah, so
Okay.
we'll have to get that set up soon for, because we said we were going to do it the one time, but we totally had skipped our brains to do so. But other than that, how hard was it to move your stuff around? I feel like
So this desk that all of my streaming stuff is on was actually one of the easier things because I had the foresight to put this heavy bitch on wheels.
There you go.
So it's very long, so it's a lot of like shimmying and like making small movements as I kind of wiggle it to where I want it to be. But it wasn't difficult, more just tedious.
Gotcha.
I would say the hardest part of moving things around was getting, because where this desk is now is where the sewing table was previously, and getting that moved because it's not on wheels, and I didn't take any of I didn't take the sewing machine off of it because I'm not smart, and I also didn't take any of the other craft stuff that was currently on it off.
Yeah.
And I was just being very careful trying to move that. And I was doing this all by myself. Like, I need y'all to know this. I'm so stubborn. I won't ask for help. I truly, in my heart of hearts, believe that if I want to do something, that I can do it and I don't need help. Like, I read the IKEA instructions that say you're gonna need 2 people, and I literally laugh. I'm not doing that. I will build it by myself. If I ask for help, something has gone desperately wrong.
Yes.
So yeah, that was probably the most difficult thing, was actually getting that moved over there without knocking all of my shit everywhere.
All right.
Also, like, I was doing all of that while also trying to put the chair together, so all of the pieces of this were just in the middle of the room. I'm not smart. I didn't think about this, okay? I wanted all of these things done and had no concept of priority. So yeah, planning was the hardest part because I didn't do it.
Gotcha. All right. Not much. So we'll get those sounds hopefully by next time. Faye's got a scary stream, so you guys, if you're watching, new sounds.
It won't be by the next scary stream. That's tomorrow.
Oh, maybe by Wednesday. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I missed the Wednesday stream because I had a doctor's appointment that ran really late, right? Thursday night I was streaming. Tonight I'm doing the podcast, so I'm streaming. Tomorrow I'm doing my stream, and Sunday morning.
Yes, it's a lot.
So yeah. And in the midst of all this, my dumb ass was like, let's rearrange my office.
Well, you got it done. You got it done.
I did, but as I said, no planning.
Yeah. So, any games that you've been playing lately, if anything? What is your current game playing?
I'm gonna be real honest. I haven't been gaming very much off stream. Let me take a look. I did play a game for a little bit the other night. It was something that a friend recommended to me, and I was already too late to start stream, so I kind of had a free night and decided to treat myself to a break. It's no one who knows me will be surprised by this. The game is called Retro Rewind. It's a simulator game.
Oh, yeah.
You're essentially own like a mom and pop version of a Blockbuster.
Gotcha. I think I saw that.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You like the simulation games where you're doing a bookstore, a supermarket, the card shop,
the water park.
I wasn't a
fan of the card shop game. I feel like.
Oh, really?
So my problem with the card shop simulator is that it kind of depends on you knowing stuff about card shops innately. Like, it doesn't explain what everything is. It just kind of has them options to do things available, which is great.
Right.
Except for I don't know what these things are. And so I wasn't utilizing them because I was waiting for a tutorial to explain to me what that is and why I would want to use it. And like, I was a decent ways into the game, and one of my friends was talking to me about it, and they're like, oh yeah, like, have you been using this? And I'm like, what is that? And they had to explain to me what the thing was where you like send the card off, and like why I would want to do that and things like that.
Okay.
I feel like the game should explain that.
Yeah.
Why would you just assume that anyone playing your simulator game is inherently a card gamer as well? Like, come on. Some of us are just sim nerds.
Just the assumption of that is the audacity. I understand.
But there were several different things in that game where it's like, I don't know what this is, and it's not giving me a tutorial.
Gotcha.
And so like, just kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's a good game if you know cards, like card game stuff, and know what those things are. You would probably like it. Me, as someone who does not play collectible card games, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or Magic the Gathering or anything like that. I have no fucking clue. Please explain it to me.
There was one game we were watching previews earlier. The aesthetic would be you, but I know you hate open world, so it probably wouldn't be your game. But it was called Witch's Spire. So it's released in early access in June. But it's pretty much like you play as a witch with using magic for combat, creature collecting, and environmental transformation. But then there's also a survival game, so you have to build stuff and, you know, how like resource management and all that. So I don't know I don't feel like you are in that realm, or do you like those kind of games or no?
I don't think so, but I would be willing to look at the game. Because, like, I definitely have games that are like, I have genres of games I don't like. However, if a game can balance the aesthetic just right for like, oh, that's so my aesthetic, I can let certain gameplay mechanics slide if the aesthetic matches my vibe enough.
Gotcha. All right, I'll see. I'll send that link to you then, because I was like, this is Faye, but then there was like a similar game, but it was like a horror. I think a lot of the games that are releasing, it's kind of funny because I was talking about this. They're just porting to consoles, because they probably were on PC at one point, but now they're on consoles. Because like the one game that I was like, wait, this has been out for a bit. And nope, it was just because like the Final Fantasy Rebirth that was exclusive to PlayStation. Now it's coming to Switch and soon. I'm not sure why. But they're going to port it to the Switch now. So I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what happens when the exclusivity runs out.
Yeah. Are you excited for any games coming up?
So I'm going to preface this by reminding you that I don't often pay attention to new releases.
Sure,
because generally speaking, I don't buy games until they go on sale.
That's
However,
true.
there is
one.
game. There is a game that we played the demo of on my channel.
Okay.
It was the longest demo ever. And I cannot wait for this game to come out.
What's that?
It's called Letter Lost. It's like a simulator game, but also a horror game.
Oh, that's the one.
You are a new post. Yeah, you work in a post office on a a sleepy island type, or like a cove type town, something like that. I think it's an island. And people are weird. People are really weird, and weird shit keeps happening inside. And I believe it comes out on the 10th. I think it comes out on the 10th.
It comes out on the 10th of June. You're right.
Okay, you looked it up. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was trying to find my copy of the demo, but but yeah, I am very much. I actually thought it was supposed to come out at the end of May, and then I was gonna go buy it and realized that they I don't know if they pushed it back or if I was just remembering it wrong.
Right.
But 11 days. I'm counting them down.
So a game just released that I know everyone's kind of playing right now, and I'm going to wait till it goes on sale. But it's a new James Bond game, and I think because the aesthetic of that game has the James Bond thing, but now they're kind of leaning into. Have you ever heard the game Hitman? Yeah,
I know of Hitman.
Yeah, so it's kind of like leaning into that kind of setup where you're walking around and doing stuff. But that's James Bond, so I'm excited for that.
I've only ever played one James Bond type game. I don't know if it's actually officially a James Bond game, but the 007 GoldenEye game.
Yeah,
on the N64, I think.
Classic. Like that.
Yeah, that's the only one that I remember. I remember it had multiplayer.
Yep, that was a big thing back in the day.
I don't remember what the multiplayer was. I remember it was fun.
Okay. Just shooting. I would like to be Odd Job, maybe because it was shorter than the others. So the hitbox are lower.
I have no idea what we're even talking about there. I vaguely remember like the part of, I think, the intro of the game. No, I don't remember any of the characters.
Never mind then.
I don't remember almost. So I need to remind you that game was a thing before the car accident.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
So,
gotcha.
The fact that I remember the game even existed is amazing. Look at me go. I'm doing so good, guys.
There you go. All right, rapid fire, lightning round. We're going to go a couple of questions. This is probably mostly going to be Faye answering them because they're kind of in her lane.
Okay.
So it's going to be in or out. So.
Okay.
Tufting, in or out?
Tufting?
Yeah, tufting.
In.
Okay.
Wait, are we talking about doing it or are we talking about buying it?
If you think it's in or out. So like.
Okay, I'm gonna say in then.
Okay.
If it's just a general thing.
Yeah. grandmacore aesthetics, Dolly's lace, in or out?
Out.
Okay. Upcycling and thrift store finds, in or out?
In.
Okay. Touching grass crafts, crafting outdoors, in or out?
In.
Okay. Junk journaling, in or out?
Also in.
Okay. Dopamine decor, bold neon colors, in or out?
Very in.
Very in. Okay. Mixed media projects, in or out? Probably out. Yeah. Slow crafting, embroidery, needlepoint, in or out?
In.
All right. This will be would you rather questions. Would you rather only be able to craft indoors forever or only outdoors?
You said craft indoors?
Yes. Could be anything.
I don't like being outside. The world is outside. I'm gonna say I would rather be inside if I have to pick one
so,
forever.
So indoors forever. Okay. Would you rather master tufting or master pottery?
Ooh, me personally, pottery.
Yeah, pottery. Okay. Would you rather upcycle only furniture or only clothes?
Is the presumption that I have the knowledge of how to do either?
Upcycle? Yes.
Clothes.
Clothes. Okay. All right. This is going to be a kind of a streaming one. Would you rather stream to 1,000 viewers who never chat or 10 viewers who chat constantly? I'm assuming 10.
10 viewers who chat constantly.
There you go.
That's not even a debate.
Yes. Well, this is very good for me.
I love my lurkers. I want to make that so clear. I love my lurkers.
Mm-hmm.
But I would get very, very lonely if no one ever chatted at all.
True. All right. Well, this is right for me. Would you rather play only Tarkov for a year or never play Tarkov again? Tarkov for a year. then I can say I've done it. All right.
No other games at all ever? Poor Ty. I would die.
Yeah. Or, well, it's only for a year, but yes. Would you rather have unlimited craft supplies but no time, or unlimited time but basic supplies?
Unlimited craft supplies or no time, or basic
unlimited
craft supplies. Wait, I'm sorry.
Okay. Unlimited craft supplies but no time is one. Or unlimited time but basic supplies.
I mean, I think I'd have to take the basic supplies.
Okay, because you have the time to do it. All right.
Yeah, because basic crafting is still better than no crafting, and you can have the nicest crafting materials in the world. What good is it if they're languishing on a shelf?
True. All right. Would you rather collaborate on every craft project or always work solo?
Solo,
I can tell. All right. And would you rather make only functional crafts or only decorative crafts? Or can you have both? I don't know if this works in that case.
I mean, a lot of my stuff is functional and decorative. Like this is a shawl. It's made out of wood. Wool, it can absolutely keep you warm, but it's also just gorgeous.
True. Okay, so it could be both. All right, now we're going to do hot takes here.
Oh, I like a hot take.
Is the cozy grandmother aesthetic here to stay or just a phase?
I'm gonna be really honest. That's gonna depend on the political landscape of the next 10 years.
Well, there you go. Okay. Welcome back to
I said wool, not wood. I just Anyway, it's that's really gonna depend on the political landscape, because right now the reason all of the crafts and the grandma aesthetics and all that's coming back is because we're in a recession, pretty hardcore, and so people are getting creative with getting what they need and trying to find joy in it. So you're getting less retail therapy and more crafting therapy. So if things keep like they are, where it's just kind of sucks, we will continue to have grandma aesthetic. Okay. And if they, if things turn around, then we will go back to people being able to just buy new things. And that will, when you can buy new things, people tend to go for sleeker, cleaner lines, and the grandma aesthetic tends to fall to the wayside.
Makes sense. All right. Are craft kits cheating or a legit entry point?
Legitimate entry point. And if you're gatekeeping and saying that a craft kit, like, I'm not saying they're great, but it gives people having to sit down and go through a list of all the things you need to start and then going and purchasing them individually. That in itself is a barrier to entry.
True.
Like when someone tells me they want to learn to knit, I don't give them a shopping list. I go by the basics and then I go, hey, I'm going to teach you. And then I give them a starting yarn, a starting set of needles, starting stitch markers. They're nothing fancy, but it's like, these are the basic things. If you get these, you will be able to make a thing.
Okay.
And then from there, you can be free.
There you go. Makes sense. Should crafts always be functional, or is just pretty enough?
Pretty is a function.
All right. Well, that's a good question then. All right. Is crafting outside actually nice or just performative?
Performing for fucking who?
I don't know. Maybe because people so nice.
No, it's not performative. It's not performative. Like if you gain joy from being outside and you want to take your crafts outside so that you can have double joy, do it. There's not enough joy in the world.
There you go. All right. Digital art versus physical crafts. Which is more valid?
Fuck that question. Both are.
Prefer? Okay. All right.
Unless it's AI making the digital eye, that's fucking useless.
Yes.
But if a human made it, I don't care if it's digital or physical, it still has value. They still put time into it. It still speaks to people.
There you go. All right. Thrifting for crafts. Smart or hoarding?
Oh, the thrifting part doesn't have anything to do if it's hoarding or not.
Okay.
If you have a craft and you can thrift for it, by all means do that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, please don't buy things from a thrift store if you can't use it, because someone else who could have used it should have the opportunity to get it at a reasonable price.
True. Makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Now we're on stream 1. Should gaming streams always have face cam? I feel like we've adamantly said yes. A
Ask
face
the question
cam.
again.
Should gaming streams always have a face cam?
I'm going to say they don't need to have a face cam, but they need to have something that represents
the person.
The streamer on there. Like VTubing is absolutely valid. I personally don't prefer those because mostly I don't like the fact that it's almost always an anime girl. Like that just Please stop only using anime characters as your VTuber thing. That's all I'm asking. It's oversaturated. Please do something unique. But VTubing is completely valid.
It is a very valid point. I feel like the same thing is like you, if you have something that represents you and is like kind of like flashing or like as you speak,
like
which
put
is easy
some
enough.
fucking effort in your stream. Either make a PNG. Like it's like what, 2 PNGs, a lit up version and a dark version for if you're talking or not. It doesn't even have to have a mouth moving. Just something to indicate that the streamer is talking.
Exactly.
Either make 2 PNGs or make yourself look presentable and turn a camera on. I need some level of effort somewhere.
True.
If you're not willing to put in that basic level of effort, you shouldn't be streaming. Sorry, not sorry.
Makes sense. All right. Where am I at? All right. So this is probably for me. Are Tarkov lights good or annoying? So Tarkov came out at 1.0, so technically it is not wiping anymore. But to explain this to anyone who's not understanding what a wipe is, it's a game where the game kind of resets and you're back. Everyone's back to square one. They added the prestige system. I know. They added the prestige system where you get to a certain point where you can reset, but then you get all your twist traps. There's a lot of items that, that give into the game you can use. You have to kind of restart from over again, versus like a voluntary wipe. They were good at one point because sometimes the game would get stale because the progression of the game, there wasn't anything recent updates. You're doing the same things over and over again. You run out of stuff to do, and then you like go back. And then, you know, and you stop playing the game until something new comes out. But they're also adding events still, so wipes are alone things of the past, but they're doing events, they're doing updates, so something new that comes in. The new event now is Icebreaker, where you have to make it to a ship, but it's basically very, very, very good AI that you have to fight to get through. So yeah. But yeah, Prestige is like, they made it easier, because Prestige was way harder before. I was able to Prestige to level 1 in Tarkov, where you get like a fancy number 1 emblem on your profile and an armband that says number 1. So it's like the achievement for someone that's more casual at the game. But yeah. All right, so I'm going to do this or that. And again, it's going to be a lot of craft ones. Embroidery or cross stitch?
Ooh. Are you talking about Are you talking about for me personally?
Yeah,
or like
personally.
as a trend? I cross stitch. Like I actually already do that.
Okay, so cross stitch.
Yeah.
Well, as you personally, or something you will want to do. So, tufting or weaving?
Weaving.
Okay. Painting or drawing? You can't do either side on me. Drawing, okay.
I'm gonna say drawing because the ADHD and waiting for paint to dry just sounds like a bad idea.
Gotcha. All right, so working with either clay or resin?
Oh, clay. Absolutely clay.
Okay. Fabric or paper crafts?
How dare you put that on here? What? I can't pick between that.
Okay, so you declined to comment that one?
How could I pick? What are my hobbies? My hobbies are sewing, fabric, knitting, fabric, journaling, paper, bookbinding, paper.
Okay. All right, pick neither. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right, to gaming. Solo gaming or co-op? I don't know. I feel like you play mostly solo. Like sometimes you do.
Yeah.
You do co-op sometimes.
If I can only have one, I'm going to do solo. If I pick neither, they burn.
Oh, for the other one. Well, fabric or paper crafts. Go back to that one. Which one of you would you save?
I hate you guys for making me pick. I guess I would have to go with fabric because it's the more useful of the two.
All right, so solo gaming or co-op? I prefer co-op because I like playing solo gaming. I also like, but not as much. So yeah. All right, and then for the stream overlays, because I know we're both streamers, minimal overlays or packed with info?
Minimal.
Yeah, I think minimal. I say so too. Minimal.
Before we move on, have you heard about Stream Elements possibly closing down?
Yes. Yeah, they're
I just heard about this like yesterday.
What? It's been going on for a while.
I kind of have fallen out of all of the spaces where all the streamers are talking because it was getting a little toxic and I didn't like the vibes. And so I'm a little late to learning the information. Do you know what's going on with that?
I don't know anything per se. I know the last thing they're trying to be acquired. But today I still see Stream Element bots working.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen anything about them actually having closed, just that there might be closing. So I was just curious, like, what you knew, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like they're exploring acquisition options right now. So they haven't officially closed or shut down. But the future is uncertain. So.
Fun times. Okay.
Yeah. Viewer engagement, lurkers or chatters? I think we talked about this. You kind of touched base it. I'm assuming you love your lurkers, but you prefer chatters.
Well, it was the extreme difference also. Like 1,000
that's true.
lurkers is like that would feel awful.
Yes.
I've absolutely had streams where it's like 9 viewers and not a single person is talking, and I was totally chill with that, you know?
Yeah.
But if there's 1,000 people and not a single one of those mofos wants to talk to me, that would break my heart.
True. So Stream Elements is not a turn to OBS. It's like, I do describe it like a chatbot, overlays. It's like in addition to OBS.
Yeah,
right?
Like OBS is the canvas, and Stream Elements is the paint.
There you go. That's a good analogy. Yeah. All right. Any favorite episodes or favorite moments from today's episode? I feel like just you answering the question of fabrics or paper crafts is probably the favorite. Yeah.
Like making me have to pick a favorite child. I hate you guys.
Oh, well, I designed this episode to be around Faye, so Faye is my guinea pig, so she gets to answer all the questions. Faye doesn't do anything in the work, so she's here to be pretty and answer stuff. So there you go.
I'm here so that Ty doesn't look like he's crazy talking to himself.
That's true, exactly. I mean, I don't really have any, I didn't give Faye the option to lightning round her, so most of these questions are for, I had like 1 or 2 in there, but the majority are crafting.
Also, you didn't know this, Ty. I can't, the way that you do the format on the when you're making the plan for that, I can't open it on Discord or on a mobile. I can only open it on my computer. So I wasn't able to even look at what you sent until about 10 minutes before.
Well, I apologize. I don't have Nitro anymore.
No,
I can't
you didn't. No, it's fine. I'm just letting you know, I wasn't able to see it. So I probably would have been like, oh, let me add some questions on. But by the time I saw it, I didn't have time to make any changes.
Yeah. No problem. All right. That's fine. No. I remember to send it earlier. It's been like what do you describe? It's like.
Well, you did send it early. It's just the way that, without Nitro, the way that it shortens it, or it turns it into a file. Mm-hmm. I can't open it on the mobile app. All right. I don't know why, but it just doesn't expand and let me see everything. So I had to my computer was not hooked up before when I got home from work, my computer was not hooked up. So I had to actually get my computer all hooked back up and then do the troubleshooting because it didn't want to connect to the internet. And then I finally got it booted up and could open it. And I'm like, oh shit.
Lightning round questions. Gotcha. All right. So just to recap, I think if you saw from last episode, we said the possibility of a cat. So do you any updates on the cat hunt or?
I have not started looking. I haven't cat-proofed the area, obviously. Mm-hmm. That's part of what all of the reorganizing and everything is getting my space to a cozy, comfy vibe, but also going through, I'm purging things that I don't need and organizing things in a way that because I'm kind of wanting a kitten, not an adult cat. And if I do a kitten, I need to make sure that they're not going to get themselves into some sort of space that I can't get them out of.
All right. Makes sense. Okay. So we're back.
So in the process?
In the process. Gotcha. In terms of the schedule, you might not be back. Let me look at the calendar. So on vacation until what day is that? 27? Did I say the last 2 weeks? Well, TBD. We'll TBD on the date of the podcast next month because of being in June and also the middle of the summer. Anything, I know it's kind of weird to say because we're kind of at the cusp of summer starting. But do you have anything you want to do this summer or any goals Did you want to get accomplished at all, or because it's just warmer weather, just gonna bask in it?
Oh, I'm definitely enjoying the warmer weather.
Yeah.
Right now, my only goals are getting my space to a place that I'm happy with, and hopefully finding a new kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I find myself attached to an adult cat, I'll take it. But like the goal is a kitten.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I think
okay.
kind of just.
That's the same old.
I gotta, winter hit me so hard, guys. Winters up here are brutal. I have learned that I apparently have the SAD, which, didn't know before, but that's because in Texas, winter is 50 degrees.
Yep, it's cold as up here, yes. That's true.
No, I've been struggling, and so I'm like having to dust out all of the depression that the winter gave me. It was a terrible gift. Can I return to sender?
No, probably not. Probably not. Yeah.
But yeah, so summer's gonna be great. Can it last? Can we also have 7 months of summer?
No.
Since we had 7 months of winter, what the fuck is that?
So much snow. That's true.
It was so much snow.
But yeah, it's just.
I don't want that.
I gotcha. All right, just a comment on the stream balance thing, because I think it is one of those possibilities, and they just learned about it now. And I don't know if you're using stream elements for overlays or such, you can probably just need to back up just in case. The bot going away is not such a big deal, because people have other bots and other services that you can probably migrate to. So yeah.
There are a lot of people who are recommending using slobs or Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Well, slobs and Streamlabs are the same thing, but for the people who don't know. I want it on the record. Don't fucking do that. They're a terrible company. They plagiarize from artists. They have super, super low morals, and just don't give them your money. Don't give them a platform. Like, they're trash. Please use any other overlay place.
There you go. So yeah, but explore alternatives, OBS. Well, not OBS overlays. I meant like creating your own overlay if you really wanted to, or like I think other websites probably provide resource assets for overlays you can import in. So, but yeah, so keep that eye out. We don't know the future of stream elements yet, so most people do use it, but if they go shut down, you need to make sure you have backup plans for sure.
If stream elements does shut down, a lot of people's streams are going to completely break.
Yes. So I think even the bot is integral in a lot of people's streams too. All right, so we will be back.
I'm pretty sure everyone's follow age bot is stream elements.
Is it?
I know on my channel it's stream elements.
I remind you. I don't know.
I think most people who have a follow age bot, it's stream elements responding. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You see Mon follow age, stream elements. You do have a second bot that also
I have like a couple bots that do it.
Yeah, you have a few that do, but a lot of people don't do that. So a lot of people, it's just stream elements. So
yep. Well, there you go. All right. So we'll be back in June for the next podcast. TBD on the date, because the vacation is in the same time frame. So we'll see on that. Faye, you're going to be streaming tomorrow. Are you still doing the boat game, or what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, this was supposed to be a short boat game. It still is hard. We've never made a game this big before. I was not aware that this is what I was signing up for.
Do you even have any idea how much more you have to go through?
None. I thought this was going to end 4 streams ago.
Okay.
It just keeps going.
Well, she'll be back tomorrow night, so catch her tomorrow night. What time? 6:30?
Yeah, let's say 6:30.
Okay. And I'll be back with some more Tarkov on Sunday morning about 9 a.m. Faye will also be back for cozy stream. Do you have a cozy game in mind for Sunday too? Or not yet?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. All right, well, find out Sunday morning for that one. So if you watched us yesterday, we were doing directive 80/20. The run is going terrible so far. So
Speak for yourself. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, let me ask you this, because we're still kind of talking about, would you want to try to do one more run to save them all?
Not immediately. We need to put some space between those two.
Okay.
We'll finish this one, and then in a couple months we can try again.
Try again? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll wait until, like, spooky season and pull it out.
Yeah!
Yeah. And try it again to save them all this time. Because we were the, what did you say? We got this. We'll let them with all the things live. We can't go back and change things. You know how many times you want to go back and change things? Many times now.
To be clear, I never said we got this. I said it loses meaning if we can go back.
Oh yeah. It does lose when you go back. All right, so
I knew people were gonna die. I just left them to their fates.
True. My guy is like the first one. I don't even know if you can make it out of that one. Like, she came in and the guy ran into the room. Not too many spoilers away, but I guess the person saw them running into the room and then came in.
Yeah, you got spotted. You got spotted at the very end.
Yeah. So I don't know if you could avoid that. The second one I could have avoided if I didn't get out of my damn chair to check the thing. I was like, yeah. Did you... But yours is tricky because the one that you had where we fought, she was...
sense. I'm legitimately angry about that because that made no sense. It made no sense thematically, plot-wise, or with the character.
There you go. So 3 census tests we've had, and we only have the half a team to go. And also, Faye was bringing up, that guy is not playable, right? I'm like, nope. He's just a plot device. The other guy, that's
Mitchell.
Mitchell, yeah. So, all right. So, we'll be back on another month. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you next podcast. Bye.